So, well, over this past weekend, there was, yeah, those were some crazy games. Like,
Yeah,
both of them were great.
yeah. I think a lot of people thought Broncos Patriots was going to be less close than it was. I was one of those people that did not think it was
Yeah,
going to be
I
that
think,
close, so that was
yeah,
kind of cool.
everybody, but, Broncos defense is just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, all season long they have been.
Yeah,
So,
which I mean, yeah, those like 70-ish sacks.
yeah, I'm gonna say is
Yeah, they
insane.
before
I
it.
mean, that's got to be. I mean, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I'm sure that's up there with some of the top defenses in the league.
From what I saw, they were tied with the top five
Okay, okay,
all time.
got you. Yeah, there have been some crazy defenses, but still.
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy because you don't even like realize they have that much talent around them.
oh, no, because it's not. There's not a lot of big name guys on that defense. It's just guys who
Yeah,
play really well at the level that they're at. Like,
yeah. The only like really two names you hear in the mix are Pat Surtain and Nick Bonito.
yeah, Nick Benito. Yeah, those are the two names that like get called out a lot. But that whole defense,
Yeah,
especially the defensive line does not get enough credit for what it
no,
does every game. So, so that's definitely up there. But I will say Drake May did not play as well as I thought he was going to, and I know it was snowing, but
yeah,
like
but I mean,
out of an MVP candidate, I really expected more out of him.
yeah, but like he didn't have Stephon Diggs because that
Right,
stuff.
right, of course. So, and also another side note is something I didn't expect was I forgot his name totally. Mike Vrabel was the one that like because he's made it to AFC conference titles with the Tennessee
Yeah,
Titans, but he couldn't get over the hump. So it's nice to see him actually be able to coach a team, you know,
yeah,
over that hump, if you will.
and I'm pretty sure most Titans fans didn't want to get rid of him.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure, but
he's not he's a great coach.
yeah, it's just the Titans, and you see it with what he did with the Patriots. The Titans just don't have that level of talent that the Patriots do.
Yeah, and the Titans are the Titans.
Yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, besides that, the other game that was played this weekend was obviously Rams Seahawks, and oh
Oh
boy,
yeah, that
talk about
that
a
was
classic.
great.
That was, I mean, Matthew Stafford, both quarterbacks actually, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns apiece, like it was insane,
Yeah,
going back and forth.
them
Let me.
receivers though.
Oh my God! And Jackson Smith and Jigba just is unreal every time he's on the football field. He's incredible,
Yeah,
just every time. Because let's see, I'm pulling it up on my phone right now because I don't want to interrupt what's going on up here. Yeah,
yeah,
10 catches, 153 yards, and a touchdown for Smith and Jigba. And then on the other side of the ball, Puka Nakua, 9 catches, 165 yards, and a touchdown. And Devontae Adams, 4 catches, 89 yards. Also
yeah.
played well.
Like and Raheed Shaheed.
Oh my God, Shaheed.
Yeah,
Only had the 1 catch for 51 yards, but my, what a catch it
yeah,
was.
but that was a
And then
great.
the
Yeah,
kickoff return, too.
yeah.
you know,
Which
he's just been
speaking
crazy
of
all year. Yeah.
speaking of returning,
Uh huh.
the Rams,
Yeah. Oh, yes. Right.
their special
Good.
teams.
Good. Yeah. Their special teams is not.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
it.
good.
Yeah. But I mean, that team was bound to have a weakness somewhere, so of course it's on their
Yeah,
special teams. But I feel like they've struggled, not all year, but the whole playoffs. The Rams have kind of struggled their way through games because you see
yeah,
stuff like I forget what game it even was at this point, but they were. I mean, not against. Obviously, the Seahawks did not, because good lord. But like the Rams, you kind of knew that was going to be close, but you knew the Seahawks were going to win going into that game, or at least I did, because I mean the Seahawks are like a buzzsaw right now, which is why it'll
Yeah,
be really interesting to see how well they perform against that Patriots defense, because it is really good. Again, it's another defense that kind of doesn't get talked about a lot, but the Patriots have some guys on defense, really good guys on defense that can, especially in the secondary. We'll see how Jackson Smith and Jigba does against them. Because that'll really be, I think, the matchup to watch.
And then, like, Sam Darnold, like...
Oh, my God. I'm so happy for him. Honestly, I
am. Who expected them to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I mean, Darnold's a guy that's been passed up on by how many teams at this point? I think 5 total teams. Because he was a backup in San Francisco before he went to Minnesota. He was on the Jets. He was on the Panthers. Like, he's been everywhere, and it hasn't worked out. But all of a sudden, he gets to Seattle, and he's another quarterback who is just incredible. I mean, had the best game of his season against the Rams too.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it might be because of from the Vikings, because quarterback whisperer there.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell does. It is definitely a lot of that, but it just goes to show, like, my question is, why even pass up on the guy then at that point? If your coach is that good at getting a quarterback to be a contender kind of guy, and he gets you to a 13-win season. Granted, yes, I know he lost in the wild card round that year.
Yeah, well. That was a pretty bad loss, though, because I think he got sacked, 5 times.
He did, but, there's not really much you can do in that case scenario. And the other thing is, it's how in this league, I feel like people... Yeah, that's the thing. Experience is the thing. The thing is, he had never made the playoffs at that point. That was his first playoff appearance.
No. Yeah.
And just to can a guy because he loses his first ever playoff game, that would be like the Panthers, putting Bryce Young on the chopping block next season because he lost the playoff game. Like, dude.
Yeah,
it's a lot to ask of a guy.
I mean, personally, I'm glad they got rid of him.
Oh yeah, no, you are very happy they got rid of him. but at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time,
it logistically doesn't make a lot of sense.
The other thing is that he's this year and last year he's had one of the top 3 receivers in the league.
Yeah, yes. Which is kind of funny, actually. Because you think about what he did in Minnesota with Jefferson and Addison. And a lot of people were saying it was them that was making him great. Well, maybe, I don't know, because Jackson Smith and Jigba is now a top 5 receiver in the league. And granted, he was good before, but Darnold has definitely elevated him to a level I don't think anybody expected.
I mean, to be fair, he was the second guy on the team, so nobody really expected much.
And I mean, that is the case, but it just goes to show you, it's all about how you can build chemistry with those players, because Darnold has that kind of chemistry with, I mean, you can see it. You see it in the big games like that, where he puts up a ball that Jackson Smith and Jigba grabs with one hand, and
that was crazy.
Which was insane. But Darnold knows he can make those kind of catches, and he can make those kind of throws when he needs to, because he knows he can rely on them. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be interesting to watch in the Super Bowl. As I'm sitting here watching the fake matchup that's going on right now, but it's definitely going to be interesting to watch because, like I said, the Patriots defense is definitely one of those sleeper defenses that will beat you on defense like they have all year. But I feel like people don't talk about it, and so it's definitely going to be one of those lower scoring games. It's not going to be 34.
No.
Oh, excuse me. Not going to be 34-31 or something like that crazy.
I mean, after last game with Drake May, with 4 sacks.
Oh yeah, he was getting beat up.
Yeah. Which I mean, and I mean their defense, only stopping the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I mean barely. by the way, I would like to point out, because actually, honestly, I wanted to pull this up. So, yeah, Drake May's stat line for that championship game. He was 10 of 21 for 86 yards and got sacked 5 times in that game. And they're only rushing. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson was great on the ground, 25 carries for 71 yards, but that was only 2.8 average. Their better running back was Drake May. Drake May had the better yard. He had 6.5 yards average running the ball. Like, but you can't always rely on that, especially in a game like the Super Bowl, because you know the Seahawks are going to be watching film of that AFC Championship. That's the film they're going to be watching next week. Like, he's going to have to be aware that he's not going to be able to get out of the pocket. They are going to keep him in the pocket as long as they can. And with the Seahawks defensive line, they will.
Like, I think it's going to be a lot of defense.
Yes.
But, I mean, at the same time, the Seahawks offense is so explosive.
I'm looking for them to make it. If they get the ball first, I'm looking for them to make some big plays. Because they're gonna want to test them early. That's the thing I think they'll do. Is I think Darnold's gonna go to the air early and often to test that Patriots defense. He's gonna want to test that secondary any way he can. And because again, he knows Njigba will win eventually. They might lock him down for a little bit, but he'll win eventually. He'll get there. So. And we haven't been talking about him much, but Kenneth Walker's a beast. So they also have the run game.
And he's the only running back now because
oh yeah, because
the other one got injured.
Yeah, the other one got hurt. So yeah, he's going to be their primary back. But again, he's definitely can be.
Yeah. And then I feel like the Raheem Fahid trade isn't talked about enough.
No, because dude, he's doing great.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he was people knew he was good on the Saints, but because it was the Saints, they didn't think he was that good.
Yeah.
You know.
But then he gets to a team like Seattle, and again, he does really well. It just goes to see. I have always said this about especially younger players, is because people are talking about how bad Keon Coleman is, and I'm like, Keon Coleman is not a bad player. He's in a bad situation.
Yeah.
He's forced to be the number one guy because Buffalo doesn't have a number one guy anymore. You can't.
He's not ready to be the number one guy.
No. He's better as a slot guy. He's better as the second guy. And he can't bail Allen out of those spots that, he needs to be able to bail people. Your number one receiver needs to bail. That's your bail guy. That's your guy you look to on 4th and 3 when the game's on the line, or 4th down when the game's on the line. That's the guy you look to, and he's not that guy yet.
No, he's not ready to be blocked by these phenomenal corners.
No. And that's the thing I don't think people understand with that. It's a receiver's talent level is only as good as his situation. And that just goes to show you, Stephon Diggs was the same way. He got to a point where he couldn't be the number one guy in Buffalo either. Because just every time they looked his way, he just couldn't come up with it. I think I think it was the AFC Championship last year, or divisional round. No, it was the championship last year, I think. Against the Chiefs. That he just kept dropping the ball because it's a lot to put on a receiver. Granted, Diggs is older, but still. So oh, sorry, you go on. Oh yeah.
He's not bad.
No,
but he's not the best.
But he's not. I gotta say, he's not the best. The best option, I'll say.
No.
So, all right. Well, I think we've done enough talking about the championship game. So now we're gonna get to a little bit of a different part of the segment. We're gonna talk about the coaching carousel that has happened, because a lot has happened coaching wise. There's a lot going on in there. But the big one, I guess, is big one for me as a Bills fan, is the fact that Sean McDermott got fired. And while I wasn't expecting it, it doesn't surprise me. And a lot of people, I think, it is surprising, and I don't really know.
Well,
I
feel like a lot of people were they knew it was his time, but they weren't expecting it.
Yeah. they weren't ready. And like I said, as a fan of the team and knowing a little bit about what's going on in there, like, you can only win for so long before somebody gets fed up. And that's what it is. It's just, it had run its course. And, I heard somebody talking about this, and I completely agree, that it all started with that 13-second game. 13 seconds against the Kansas City Chiefs. They can't make a stop. Mahomes beats them again. And that broke Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
He couldn't get past it, I feel like. So a new face is needed to kind of, reinvigorate the team, to kind of be like, hey, I know we've been there in the past, and I know things have happened, but we need to move on. Like, I think without getting rid of Sean McDermott, they weren't going to be able to move on from that loss.
Yeah, like, you can only go so long winning.
Yeah.
Until, like, you stop winning.
Right. Well, it's the same thing I have with, like, the Steelers, because, like, the Steelers won for so long with Mike Tomlin, but what good is winning if you lose in the wildcard round every year? like you get to the wildcard round and then you lose. Like, it doesn't do you any good if you're not making any progress.
Yeah, he was holding on to that Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. From, like, what?
That's
almost 2 decades ago now?
Yeah.
like, you gotta let it go at some point. And that's the same thing I have with the Bengals, too. They're holding on to Zach Taylor far too long than they should. But you know what? They'll find that out. Because, man, Taylor just, he was, and I'm not saying he's a bad coach. He is a good coach. It's just, again, you're living on a fever dream of the 2021 playoff run, and it's not going to happen again the way the team is going.
No. And Joe Burrow, who may retire.
Oh, God.
Because of it's going to be an Andrew Luck situation.
Yeah, they're gonna Andrew Luck him fast. That's why I honestly think he might tough it out for one more season. But I would not be surprised at the end of next year if we see oh my God, Darnold just got blasted. Sorry, I had to comment on that. But I think we're going to see him move teams next year. I don't think he stays a Bengal. I really don't.
No.
And I understand that, like, people are like, oh, well, he won't want to leave Jamar Chase. He's not going to care. At some point, you got to look out for you. And
yeah. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure if he leaves, Jamar Chase is going to leave.
Yeah, Jamar Chase will be next. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's going to start looking, unless they can protect him, he's going to start looking for a team who will actually put in the effort to protect him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that the Bengals are not making any effort to keep him healthy.
No.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, Joe Burrow's injury prone. Yeah, but he's only injury prone because he's had terrible offensive lines.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
I don't really know where he'd go, though.
No, I don't know either. Because the thing is, it would be a situation where if he left, he wouldn't just, unless he waits until his contract expires and he just leaves. It wouldn't be a situation where because if they traded him, they'd want compensation. And so I don't know who he would be able to get that from.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's a good quarterback, but we don't know what he's going to be like without Chase.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know how much of it is Chase. Because, again, a lot of that 2021 playoff run, Chase was a rookie that year.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was Chase, too. Well, and the other thing was, I think people don't understand, that defense was also way better back then than it is now.
Yeah.
Like, that defense was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but it was middle of the pack, which for a team like that is what it needs to be, instead of, like, 29th and 30th and 32nd. Like, they have been awful.
I don't really think of any team he would go to.
No, I have no idea, honestly. Because, see, I was thinking, like, it would be a team that needs a quarterback, but again, what would that team be able to give the Bengals as compensation for Joe Burrow, unless it was like he went to the Raiders and they gave him Max Crosby, or something like that. Because it would be a trade like that. It would be a superstar quarterback for a superstar defensive guy, and we know the Browns aren't going to give up Myles Garrett for Joe Burrow.
No.
They're not that stupid. So it would definitely be somebody else, but I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea who it would be if he wasn't on the Bengals.
Which, I mean, maybe Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the Steelers doing it, like a deal with like T.J. Watt or somebody.
Yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, they're getting old.
Yeah, but that's the other thing, too, is like a lot of those, especially the guys that I just named, they're getting up there in age, so they're also not going to be really worth the trade package at the end of the day. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
so
most of the defensive players that aren't like cornerbacks are old.
Yeah. Yes.
Except for like the few like Micah Parsons.
Oh yeah.
That's really it, honestly.
Well, yeah, and see
the Rams.
The Rams have a pretty young. Yeah, their defense is entirely young, so it all depends on what Matthew Stafford does. That's actually a good point. Actually, we were talking about him earlier. Matthew Stafford is another big question mark this year. I mean, people are asking if he's going to play another season. I don't think it's a big question mark to me. I think he's going to play another season. I mean, he's literally playing at a point where in any other season he probably would win MVP. So like.
I mean, he still might. But
he still might. But I don't know. I think there'll be too much around. Yeah, because Drake May made a Super Bowl. I think that's going to put him firmly in first place for MVP. But it could surprise us. I mean, other quarterbacks have won MVP when their team was not in the Super Bowl. So it just depends on how they feel. But I definitely feel like both of those players deserve it. I'll be honest. Listen, Drake May has played great all year, but Matthew Stafford has played just as well. And for a guy as old as he is, and as long as he's been in the league, like, it was pretty exciting to see him still out there doing his thing at a very high level at his age. It's great. It's great to see.
Another thing is that, like, this is when, like, Rodgers started to go down.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it started when his productivity started to kind of deteriorate, and you start seeing that from those guys.
He's at the peak of his career right now.
Yeah, yes.
And he's, what, 38, 37?
Yeah, I think so. And,
he's, like, old.
Yeah.
And he's still this great quarterback.
Yeah, he's 37.
Which, I mean, yeah, you could argue it's the talent around him, but still.
You could, but the other thing is, I feel like people don't talk enough about the fact that, like, Aaron Rodgers struggled in Green Bay with the young talent, and he struggled in Pittsburgh with the young talent. Matthew Stafford is having no trouble at all keeping up with these young guys in the locker room. I mean, you have Puka Nacua and, I forget his name now. The running back, I can't remember his name.
Kyren Williams?
Yeah, Kyren Williams, and like, any of the young guys, but the young receivers specifically. Tutu Atwell. He's made great strides in being able to connect with those guys. So, I mean, it just goes to show it depends on the talent. And it also just goes to show how terrible Detroit really was all those years with Stafford. Because, man, what a difference it is for him in L.A.
And he was still good in Detroit. Well, I mean...
he was, but, like...
He had Megatron, but, like, still.
But still, he was great in Detroit. It's just he never really got to show his true potential because they never got him... they got him to the playoffs a couple of times, but he lost in all those games.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be an interesting thing. Oh, yeah, no, he never had... Because you had the one receiver. It's the same problem I have with, like, all those years in Cincinnati, Andy Dalton and A.J. Green, right? It's the same kind of scenario. Where if Andy Dalton, prime Andy Dalton, had the team that Joe Burrow has around him with receivers, he probably would have done better too. But he didn't. He had A.J. Green, and that's it. Like,
Yeah. Which, I mean, the other thing is that most teams don't have any, like,
a number one and
prominent
number
wide
two.
receiver in one. Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah, most teams don't. There are a few teams in the league that have like a dominant wide receiver one who actually like is the wide receiver one. And
You know, I
like,
can only, like, think of what, 1, 2,
I gotta say there's
3,
three in
4.
my head right now. The
I
of like
have,
that have a dominant number one wide receiver.
yeah, I have the Rams,
Yeah.
Seahawks,
Yep.
the Vikings still, even though he had a down year because
Yeah,
J.J.
he had.
McCarthy is that bad.
Yeah. Is. But
Um,
yes, he's definitely up there.
yeah, Cincinnati,
Yep.
and then I want to say Giants.
Yeah. Neighbors is
Uh,
is
He
definitely
was
that guy for
he
sure.
tore his ACL, but like still he was
Yeah.
doing great.
Oh yeah, that is something I actually did want to talk about was the New York Giants. Because listen, now that John Harbaugh is in New York, I would be looking out for the
Yeah,
Giants next year. Because here's the thing: they
which I
may
mean,
not be contenders immediately, but they will definitely
no,
be a better football team with John Harbaugh at coach.
I mean
That's a huge hire for New York. It really
they
is.
were they were scary this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even though they didn't do good because of all their injuries,
Yeah,
they were still scary.
because a healthy Jackson Dart with John Harbaugh is going to be deadly. It
Yeah,
really is
and
because he's really good.
Cam Scatterboo,
Yep, Scatterboo is yeah. I could see him
Malik
having a
Neighbors
great season
back.
next year. Actually, yeah, Neighbors will come back, and you know what? Don't they still have Daniel Bellinger? Don't they? Or did
I
he leave?
don't know.
Okay, because I know he was there, but I don't know if he's still there.
Yeah, that.
But
Oh, and their defense,
oh,
Brian
that
Burns.
defense is my god. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter should be pretty
Yeah,
good.
which he didn't do great this year,
No,
but
which
he
I
also
found
wasn't
interesting.
like he didn't show up for like team meetings from what I saw.
Yeah. So maybe he's got some issues or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, which I mean Jackson Dart, like when I was at the draft and they traded up just to get him,
yeah.
like everybody was surprised.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was expecting that.
No. I don't think anybody expected him to trade up to get him. But I mean,
No,
it could work out and probably will work out for them in the end. It's just
yeah,
I definitely didn't see it coming. Well, and that's the thing about this particular quarterback class. There really wasn't anybody that, I mean, this year was all about like the second year guys. If I'm
yeah.
honest, like a lot of the rookie quarterbacks just did not impress me this year, other than Jackson Dart.
Well, Cam Ward didn't do bad. It's just the Titans, you know?
Yeah, it's just Titans are the Titans. So,
Like
but
from his film, he actually did pretty good.
yeah,
And then Shador Sanders is just he sucks.
it's
He's
not
not
good.
good.
And Dylan Gabriel, both of those were
Yeah,
just the thing is, right, like the whole thing with Shador Sanders about how he dropped him in the draft and like was supposed to be first overall and blah blah blah. The problem I have with it is neither one of those quarterbacks the Browns took panned out. Because see, I could see it. I could be okay with it. With them doing what they did to Shador in the draft if Dylan Gabriel had turned out to be better. But he's not.
yeah, no,
He's arguably just as bad.
yeah. Cam Ward was really the only good quarterback in that draft.
Yeah.
Because like, there's the guy the Saints drafted. He's
Yeah, they drafted Ewers, didn't they? Or
yeah,
not?
no,
Yeah. No, they didn't draft
That
Ewers.
was-
That was somebody else.
that was the Dolphins.
Dolphins, right? Wait, who did the Saints? Oh, Shuck, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I forgot about
he
him.
wasn't horrible, but
No.
he's not good.
Yeah, but yeah. The Saints are just a whole other mess
Oh, and
to
then
me.
Alvin Kamara, he's getting old.
Yeah, Kamara's getting really old.
He's like what,
I think
41?
he's definitely up there. I don't see him playing for much longer, if I'm honest.
No.
Especially on a Saints team that just cannot seem to
No.
get it right. They have been bad for a while since Drew Brees left.
Which I'm honestly surprised he's stayed there that long.
Yeah, I am too. I'm surprised he hasn't sought a trade. But
And he's always produced, no matter what.
oh yeah, no, he's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And even some of their receivers for the Saints, like they have
Chris Olave.
Yeah, Chris Olave, that's the one. See, you can help me with names. But yeah, they have Chris Olave.
Shaheed.
Yeah, and they had Shaheed, of course, but
yeah.
But Olave's problem is he gets hurt a lot. I feel like he got hurt again this year, didn't he, or did he not?
I'm pretty sure he did get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you can't be as good a wide receiver as I know he is, and get hurt all the time. So.
Oh yeah, didn't Lamar Jackson request a trade?
Did he? I did not hear that.
I'm pretty sure I saw that, and like.
Let me see. Let me look at that information, because that is definitely something to talk about. Lamar Jackson, because he's another quarterback. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. Actually, I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Because I do have something with his win on Sunday night against the LA Rams. Sam Darnold becomes the first quarterback in the 2018 draft class to make a Super Bowl appearance. And that draft class includes Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
So, that's some exciting information.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even though he was the quote-unquote worst for, like...
Oh, yeah.
However long.
I call it, he was kicked around for a while. Just basically, like... tossed around as like a backup or like a second option for most teams. Like most teams never looked at him until Minnesota. Nobody really looked at him as a starter, right?
Which I mean, still he was just they picked him up off free agency.
Yeah,
because J.J. McCarthy got injured.
Yeah, was literally the only reason. So like you knew deep down, I knew Minnesota was gonna get rid of him after McCarthy got healthy.
Yeah,
but now looking back on it, I bet they're like, bad idea. Like,
yeah.
When you have a guy that gets you 13 wins in his first season with you, you might want to keep that guy around.
Yeah, it was really only the playoff loss.
Yeah.
But, no playoff experience.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
No. Especially when, I mean, like you said, it was an ugly loss. I'll admit it was not pretty at all. But...
yeah, no.
At the same time, it was his first time. It was his first game.
Yeah.
That the same could have been said for for how many times Dak Prescott has made the playoffs. But you don't see the Cowboys getting rid of him.
Yeah, no. Which, I mean...
That's another team that's just a dumpster fire. That's a whole other dumpster fire.
Like, Dak Prescott is good.
In the regular season.
But, yeah.
He's a regular season machine. He really is. He's so good during the regular season with CeeDee Lamb and all those guys they have. But he's so awful when it comes time for playoffs. If they make the playoffs, which they didn't even make the playoffs this year. So.
Yeah, no. Which, I mean, a lot of teams don't have that guy.
No.
Like,
so.
Even, like, the ones in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, no.
Which I think this year, most of them, except for maybe like 2 or 3 teams.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Rodgers is gonna do good in the playoffs anymore.
No, I think Rodgers' time has passed, unfortunately. As
Yeah.
much as, I'm sure he would like to only retire after he's gone to another Super Bowl and do like the Peyton Manning thing, right? Where like he goes to a Super Bowl, wins it, and then is like, all right, we're done. But like, I don't think that's going to happen for him. That
No.
window has closed long ago for Rodgers.
Yeah, no. And then I don't think Justin Herbert is ever gonna really do good in the playoffs.
See, Justin Herbert's one of those cases where like I know he can do well. It's just I don't know what happens to him in those big games and in those big moments. Because again, he's another quarterback who can play really well during the regular season. But he also has those moments where he just seems like he makes stupid decisions and he rushes decisions and he doesn't let plays develop, I feel like there's a lot of things wrong with Justin Herbert's game, and you would think that Harbaugh would have like coached that out of him by now. But whatever he's doing doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, like he's not great, but he is at the same time,
Yeah. Oh.
Like, there was a game he threw 4 interceptions, I think, this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And I started him that game.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. But yeah.
Yeah. And I think another team is the Panthers. For now. Because Bryce Young still isn't.
No, he's definitely getting there. I will admit he's getting there.
Yeah, he
this year was a big leap for them as a team, and even defensively. Like defensively, they looked better as a team.
Yeah.
But they just aren't there yet. But they will. They'll get there. I think they will. Especially with the NFC South being as wide open as it is, because the Buccaneers are falling off, the Saints are a dumpster fire, the Falcons are a big question mark every year. Like, that division is always up for grabs. So if the Panthers can get some things cleaned up and get some things together, they can for sure win the division again next year. With a better record than they had this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It still drives me kind of insane that an 8-9 team can make the playoffs. But
yeah, it was only because of their wins over the Falcons.
Yep. Oh my God.
I mean, they did good in that playoff game.
They did. They played really well against what is it? Not a obviously a fantastic defense, because the Rams defense didn't play fantastically against Sam Darnold or anything, but at the same time, it's a good defense. And they were doing well, and they put themselves in a position to win that game. They just couldn't do it at the very end. So.
Yeah, and their roster is very talented.
Oh, yes. I think that surprised a lot of people this year with all the talent they had on the roster.
Yeah.
Because McMillan was very good.
Oh, yeah, he's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
For sure. I think he will. I think he will win Rookie of the Year. If he doesn't, it would surprise me. But
if the great running backs didn't get injured, it would be them. But because they all got injured, it's him.
Yeah. Yep. So. Yeah. Oh, I did want to also talk about real quick some fun AFC stats for you for this year's playoffs. So, Drake May now has the same number of playoff wins as Lamar Jackson. And he made a Super Bowl. So that's kind of funny. Also, only 3 teams have been in the AFC Championship. Or have won the AFC Championship, I should say. Since 2016. Only 3 teams. The Patriots, the Chiefs, and the Bengals are the only 3 that have ever won an AFC Championship since 2016. So for the last 10 years, it's been the Chiefs and the Patriots and the Bengals. The Bengals once, but they are on there. So.
Yeah.
And then, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about with that. But I thought it was funny because that's the thing about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is such a talented quarterback, And the Ravens are a really good team, but they're just another team that when they get in the playoffs, it's just some switch clicks, and they just can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
they just don't have it. And maybe a lot of that had to do with Harbaugh. Maybe there will be a different Ravens team this year. Maybe you will see something different out of them as a defensive-minded coach, picks up that defense and makes it something. Because their defense played kind of awful this year. Not going to lie.
And honestly, that offense will produce no matter what.
Oh, yeah. There's no question. Now, the one thing I do question is how long Derrick Henry is going to want to keep playing.
Yeah,
because that's another running back getting up there.
He had a great year, but his fumble problem.
He started having a fumble problem this season, which was kind of surprising to me, because he's really never had that problem in his career. So maybe that is a sign that, like, he might be getting a little too old for it.
Yeah.
Because he's always been, that's something he's always been good at, is keeping a hold of the football.
Yeah.
So, I just hate to see him run himself into the ground for the Ravens, but at the end of the day, it is their decision, of course. That's it. I don't know if there are any other retirees to look at. I don't know if there's any others to talk about. I can't think of any, like, big names that are going to maybe be retiring next year. I don't think there is, so.
Yeah, I don't really think anybody's going to retire.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
it'll
maybe Joe Flacco, but.
Yeah, I think Flacco might hang it up after this year for sure.
Yeah.
He had a great year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny to me that Flacco was on the Browns and then went to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes it just surprises you just how well, and he played well on the Bengals, I will admit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody expected him to keep that team as afloat as he did.
No.
But my only complaint is that they didn't do it sooner. Because, wow, what a horrible couple of games it was for Jake Browning before they did that.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was really bad. Especially against the Vikings, man. That game was just terrible.
Yeah.
So. But it was nice to see Joe Flacco have one last kind of a ride, Especially if this will be his final season. But I think you're right. I think he is probably the only, like, big name I can think of that's probably going to hang it up. Unless there are some, like, defensive guys I'm not thinking of, like Cameron Jordan. I don't know about him on the Saints. He might decide that this is his last season, but other than that, I'm not sure.
I mean, Cam Hayward, maybe.
Hayward, maybe. Yeah, Hayward's getting up there, too. So.
Which, I mean, yeah, most teams have young defenses.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's kind of the surprising thing, is that most of these teams, especially the ones that were in the AFC playoffs this year, most of them have some really good, young defenses.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
anything else to add on that? Before we wrap this up?
This draft isn't a great class.
No, this draft class is going to be so kind of boring, honestly. The only ones that I'll be interested to see about is, like, you do have some good wide receivers and a couple of good running backs that I'll be interested in, but the quarterback class sucks. I mean, it's who's going to get Cade Klubnik and who's going to get... Actually, Cade Klubnik's the only one I'm really thinking of that's actually going to be any good at an NFL level, because Nussmeier's going to the draft, but I don't know how good Nussmeier's going to be from LSU, because he didn't play that great for LSU this season, so I don't know how that's going to pan out.
Yeah, I think
for anybody who gets him.
Like, maybe one or two actually good quarterbacks, because the one dropped out of the draft.
Yeah, which was interesting to me. But
Because, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I mean, at the same time, because you're gonna get less money, because next year is gonna be a better quarterback class.
oh yeah, next year is going to be the big quarterback class. It's going to be
Yeah,
another one of those like 2020 years where like a bunch of guys get drafted.
yeah.
Bunch of big names. But I will say that I am interested to see my player I'm watching for the draft is Jeremiah Love, running back for Notre
Yeah,
Dame. He's
yeah.
I am so he's such an exciting running back. So I'm going to be very happy wherever he goes, I'm sure. Well, depending. I
I
might not be
mean,
happy. It depends on where he goes, but I
I
can't
don't
really
pay
think of any
attention
teams that
to
like
college.
need a running back is what I'm interested in, so I don't know who's going to like draft him. I can't think of like okay, of teams that have a high draft pick that are going to want to draft a running back because like the Raiders
I
already
mean,
have Genty and the Browns have
even
Judkins. So
every team doesn't really need a running back.
that's true. You are correct about this.
Unless Alvin Kamara
Right, yeah,
retires
the Saints, he might go to the Saints
or
depending on if he
something.
retires or something. Yeah, that's true. That's
Because
true.
every team has a running back, really.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe the Vikings, because Aaron Jones is getting pretty old.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is getting up there, so I can see them doing it too. Yeah, it just depends. I'll definitely be interested, for sure. Because it will be exciting no matter what. Because Jeremiah Love, he's gonna be productive in the NFL.
Yeah,
So that is for sure. But I think now that we've yapped for a considerable amount, unless you have anything to add, any other
um,
topics to talk about, I think we covered them all. I think we pretty much covered everything.
yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing this with me. It
You're
was a fun
welcome.
time. And if you want to, we'll be back after the Super Bowl to talk about that.
Oh
Talk
yeah,
about Super Bowl and talk about maybe talk about the Pro Bowl stuff too. I don't know if that might something
yeah.
interesting may
Shador
happen at the Pro Bowl.
Sanders, Pro Bowler.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's.
yeah.
I mean,
Is
I
it?
understand like nobody wants to do the Pro Bowl because it's stupid.
Yeah. I completely understand, but but also Sanders is in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, which I mean, I
Oh
understand why
man.
he do it. Why he do it because he likes um being center of attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he wants to be center of attention. Of course he does. So, other than that, that's gonna do it for this. I was gonna say episode, but for this football talk, that's what I'm gonna call this. I don't know. I don't actually know what I'm gonna call this. The title is yet to be determined. But hopefully you've enjoyed this yap session, and hopefully you've enjoyed the sneak preview of the Super Bowl. 21-16 New England is interesting. That's kind of how I feel like it's going to go, honestly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very similar to how I feel like it's going to go. So Madden might be pretty accurate about that one. So, have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
I
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first episode of a preview episode, if you will, of a brand new channel that I'm starting with Mr. Stencil over there. This is a little bit of a different setup than we recorded with. This will probably be what we go with for the recording. But yeah, so yeah, we're starting a channel because I've decided, or we have decided, I guess collectively, it is a we decision, um, that we wanted to make a YouTube channel talking about football because it's something I've been passionate about for a long time and haven't had the means to do anything about. So, yeah.
yeah. So like, you should go check out our channel.
Yes.
It's gonna be Claws and Cleats.
Yep. Well, I'll put an image on screen right now. Editing me,
Yep.
reminder to do that right now. Put that in, and I'll put it in the description as well, so you guys can click on that as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, if any of you football, because I know I have some football fans on this channel. If any of you want to hear us yap about football, probably not it's probably going to fall off a little bit after the season, but we're going to try to keep up with it, even after the season ends. But it'll be a fun time. I think it'll be a great time, and yeah, hopefully you'll join us over there.
We're basically just talking about football.
I'm gonna say yeah, literally just two guys yapping about football for like
Yep.
30 minutes or 50, as the case was last week. So.